Hi guys, as you know we live in a camper trailer, which means we don't have room for things like washing machines and dryers and all that sort of fancy stuff. So we get around that by doing a lot of hand washing. The reason we like to do hand washing is it means we can wash as we go, so keep on top of things and we don't end up with mountains and mountains of washing. It means we don't need to carry as many clothes because we can keep on top of our dirty laundry quite easily. And of course it saves us money on laundromat fees as well, because that can be quite expensive if you're doing 3 or 4 washes a week. So we used to use a bucket with a lid and that was fine, but these days we're actually using a Scrubba Wash Bag. Now we've talked about these before and they really are a fantastic bit of kit. They're essentially just a dry bag, but inside they've got this ribbed surface. And that's where the scrubber part of the name comes from. So your washing will actually rub against that and get a really good scrub. Now this is their original bag and we've got one of those and it's fantastic, but today I'm going to use this one, which is actually a transfer pack they call it. It's a little bit bigger than the original one, which is great for us as a family. And it actually has some straps on the back, so you can use it as a backpack if you're going kayaking or something and you want to use the dry bag aspect of it. So it's pretty easy to use. You're just going to grab some of your dirty washing and chuck it in there. Oops, hang on a minute. Now the trick probably is not to overload it. It's tempted just to shove as much as you can in there, but they just won't get a good enough wash if you fill it up too much. So for now I'll just do that much. And then what you want to do is add some wool wash. We use the Earth brand because we want it to be grey water safe, because all of the water that we're using in here is going to end up on a garden somewhere. And we use wool wash because it doesn't need to be rinsed. So when water's at a premium and you don't have enough to rinse your clothes afterwards, wool wash is fantastic because you don't have to rinse. So you only need one lot of water as opposed to a second lot to rinse. Now I'm sure there's a certain amount you're supposed to use, but I just give it a sort of a good little tip in. And we'll fill it up with water. Let's see if I can do this without spilling it everywhere. Now I'm not actually sure how much water this takes, but it really isn't very much. I've only got about 5 litres in this bucket at the moment. And I doubt that I'll even use all of that. So I just make sure everything's covered. I might use the whole lot. So that's about 5 litres of water. And then you can roll it over. And it's got this little air valve here to let the extra air out. So we'll let that out. Clip it together. Now it's not 100% waterproof at this stage. Some little tiny bits of water will leak out, so just be aware of that if you're going to leave it in the back of your car to get a bit of an agitation like some people do. But once that's tightened, we're ready to go. So we just put its scrubber section down, and the pictures tell you to give it a go like this, and that works. But I prefer to pop it on the ground, sit back, grab a cup of tea, and do it with my feet. And that way I can sit back and relax while the washing is done. And then when it's done, all we do is tip out the extra water. If we've got enough water, we might give it a rinse just to make things a little bit cleaner, but we don't always have access to the extra water. And then that's it. You bring out your clothes, you hang them up,